the 10-board mob squad.
What up, party people? Welcome back to another episode of Hood Talk. Let's get it. Today's news in the hood. I will be speaking on Elizabeth Holmes. If you know, you know. Get your popcorns ready. It's going to be a good one, y'all. Okay, Elizabeth Holmes. For those of you who don't know, Elizabeth Holmes is currently sitting in federal prison today as we speak. She currently just gave her interview. She currently just updated a current interview in regards of her prison time and her prison state. For those of you not familiar with Elizabeth Holmes, well, here's the story, a little partial story of who Elizabeth Holmes were. Elizabeth Holmes were on a path to success, right? And on her path to success, she decided that for one reason or another, she wanted to defraud her investors. She was trying to cover the secret in people who have diabetes, right? People who have diabetes, how they check their glucose level is get a pen, old school way, traditional way, get a pen, a needle rather, stick it in their finger, get a little bit of blood, and check their blood level, right? Sugar level. Well, she so-called came up with this Theranos situation to the way that you didn't have to do none of that, right? And in her mind, that her company that she built, she prevented people from having to do that with the machine that she so-called made. But however, that wasn't the case. Like everybody else, she was in it for the greed. Elizabeth Holmes, she been locked up for a while now. She never gave an interview until recently. And what she had to say was, she's still living her best life. She living her best life in jail. Like some other people I know that seem like they don't want to come home. So, in a recent interview from federal prison, a disgraced Theranos founder, Elizabeth Holmes, made one apparent reason. She's still not taking accountability, y'all. She defrauded countless of people with her fake blood testing devices. Now, one of the guys who's in a relationship with Elizabeth Holmes was also the investor. Well, he was one of her investors. He donated, I'm not going to say donated. He invested, I won't say $15 million to her company. And I'll be honest, I remember Elizabeth Holmes. This is public records. Y'all can Google it. Like I said, I remember her. I remember when she was on a run. I actually thought it was a good thing that she was coming up with something so beautiful, right? But, you know, behind the scenes, like any other thing, you never know what someone's true intentions are. You really never. You really would never know until the truth and the light come to fruition, right? And with Elizabeth Holmes, I won't say she had like 3 investors that invested a plethora of money, capital, to her dreams and ambitions. And She defrauded all of them. And now she's sitting in federal prison with I think she had a 25-year prison system. About 5 years in it, she got 5 years knocked down. So, for the amount of damage that she reached to people and the amount of havoc that she reached on people and their income, I think she should have got more time than that. I really do. You know? And I don't wish jail on people. I really don't. But for people to work so hard to earn their money, and you come and just lie to them and get them to give you a substantial amount of it, and for it to go all down the drain, she deserves everything that's coming to her. She really do. You know? And you know, she was fairly a bright lady. She went to Stanford. She graduated from Stanford. You know, so the woman had a head on her shoulder. But I'm not gonna talk out of this. So with that being said, I will upload a part of her current interview. Let y'all get a good look at her. Let y'all get a feel of what she is saying and where her headspace at now. And y'all can draw your own conclusion on. So with that being said, sit back and enjoy the episode.
Elizabeth Holmes speaking out for the first time since being convicted of fraud, in a voice far different than the one she used as CEO of her failed biotech company Theranos.
She didn't resemble the iconic image we all remember of her time as CEO of Theranos with the black turtlenecks, crimson lipstick, and green juices.
First they think you're crazy, then they fight you, and then all of a sudden you change the world.
The baritone voice is now gone. She just talks in a normal voice.
In an interview with People magazine from the Texas federal prison where she served nearly 2 years of her sentence for defrauding investors in her billion-dollar startup, Holmes saying, quote, "It's been hell and torture to be here." Holmes revealing there's not a day that she hasn't continued working on her research and inventions from behind bars, saying that she's committed to her dream of making affordable healthcare solutions available to everyone.
She doesn't think she defrauded anyone or lied to anyone. She believes in the technology and believed, you know, one day, potentially, if she had more time, she would have changed the world, and wants to try to do that when she gets out.
Hello, Walgreens. Welcome to Theranos.
In a case that riveted the public and inspired a TV series and documentary. Patients who used Theranos' medical devices for blood tests testified that they received false diagnoses for miscarriages and diseases like HIV. Following a nearly 4-month trial, Holmes was found guilty of fraud and sentenced to 11 years in prison, which has already been reduced to 9 for good behavior. Holmes is expected to be released in 2032, and she continues to appeal her sentence. In the meantime, Holmes' daily life looks far different than during her years as a biotech trailblazer. By 8 a.m., Holmes begins her work as a reentry clerk, helping women inmates write resumes and prepare to apply for government benefits upon their release from prison. She also teaches French classes. Twice a week, she sees her 2 young children and her partner, Billy Evans. Holmes' first child was born just before her trial began, and her second 3 months before she reported to federal prison. Their time together, the highlight of Holmes' days behind bars, saying goodbye, the hardest part.
Okay, people, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. And with that being said, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload some more videos. Get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the topic. And if you know someone that's struggling with mental health, mental illness, do not be afraid to offer them your help. Superfly Entertainment presents We're Not the Talk, We're Hood Talk. We out.